Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a story for you that's small in size, but huge in heart. It's about a tiny mouse named Pip who had a dream bigger than himself. Pip dreamed of roaring like a lion. Every single night he'd climb up onto his favorite rock, look up at the big, bright moon and give it his all. He'd take a deep breath and let out a tiny squeak, then he'd correct himself. Roar. But his little roar would just get lost in the night. The other forest animals would often hear him and just laugh. A wise old owl perched on a branch nearby would hoot, "You're too small, little one. A mouse can't roar." But Pip didn't let that stop him. He kept practicing night after night, believing that one day he'd find his roar. One evening, the sky turned a dark, angry gray. A huge storm rolled in with a fury Pip had never seen before. Rain lashed down, and lightning lit up the forest in terrifying flashes. All the big, strong animals who used to laugh at Pip got scared. They ran for cover, hiding in their burrows and hollows, hoping the storm would pass quickly. But amidst the chaos, Pip heard a faint, desperate chirp. A little bird had been knocked from its nest and was trapped under a heavy, fallen branch. It was shivering, scared, and couldn't get free. While everyone else ran away from the danger, Pip did something extraordinary. He ran toward it. He scurried as fast as his little legs could carry him, his heart pounding not with fear, but with determination. He reached the trapped bird and immediately went to work. He pushed against the heavy branch with all his might. He pulled at the twigs, trying to make an opening. It was an impossible task for a mouse so small, but Pip didn't give up. And as he worked, he squeaked louder and more fiercely than he ever had before. "Don't be scared," he shouted over the wind. "Hey, hold on!" His voice wasn't a roar, but it was filled with courage. Finally, the storm began to calm, the rain softened to a drizzle, and the wind died down to a whisper. The little bird was safe, all thanks to Pip's bravery. The old owl, who had watched the whole thing from his tree, flew down. He looked at the tiny mouse, no longer with amusement, but with respect. In a soft, gentle voice, the owl whispered, "You know, Pip, that sounded like a roar to me." Pip looked up. His small chest puffed out, and a proud smile spread across his face. He finally understood. His roar wasn't about being loud or big. It was about being brave when it mattered most. "Maybe being brave is my roar," he said, his voice quiet but full of strength. He had found his roar, after all, not in his voice, but in his heart. And that's the story of Pip, the mouse with the heart of a lion. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you next time.